Guys, I'm so excited to start Romeo and Juliet. So this week you're going to be doing a close reading or passage analysis of Act 1, Scene 5. So we're going to be reading this together. This is when Romeo and Juliet first meet at a party. And so if you read the summary, you'll know that the Montagues and Capulets are two wealthy families in Verona, Italy. And these families hate each other. They've been fighting for years. Romeo is a Montague and Juliet is a Capulet. But when they meet, they don't know who each other are. So they meet and they fall in love. And then at the very end, they realize who each other are. And they have to make this decision. Do we continue seeing each other even though I know you're my sworn enemy? So we're going to read it together and then go over the questions, and then you guys will get to work. So I'll be reading the original text on the left. Please note, the modern translation is on the right. So these are the exact same. It's just written in a more modern way, so it makes it a little bit easier for you to understand. Whenever we're reading a play, you'll notice you have the character's name followed by a colon and then their dialogue. Because remember, this is a play, so this should be acted out, right? It'll also give you stage cues. It'll tell you who is talking to whom. It'll tell you what happens in the play in italics. So it's not that you read this out loud, but you can imagine the action happening in your mind. Let's get started. Romeo to a server. What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight? I know not, sir. Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. She shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady o'er her fellows shows. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. Romeo takes Juliet's hand. If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss. Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss. Have not saint lips and holy palmers too? Ay, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer. O then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair. Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake. Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. He kisses her. Thus from my lips by thine my sin is purged. Then have my lips the sin that they have took. Sin from my lips? O trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again. You kiss by the book. Madam, your mother craves a word with you. Juliet moves away. Romeo. What is her mother? Mary, bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks. Romeo, aside. Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear Count, my life is my foe's debt. Juliet, aside. My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy. Okay, so you're going to answer these questions. Again, you can use the modern version, will help you. When Romeo first lays his eyes on Juliet, he uses figurative language to describe her beauty. Find at least one example of figurative language. This could be a simile or a metaphor or personification in lines 4 through 13. Write and explain your answer below. So you're going to scroll back to find lines 4 through 13. So you'll see the numbers over here on flush left. Shakespeare is a master of words or using puns. And a pun is a play on words. So when you use a word that sounds the same in two different ways. In lines 14 through 29, Romeo uses talks of saints and prayers to convince Juliet to do what? So again, we're going to go back up, find line 14, all the way through 29. So we're going to read this little section here. What is Romeo trying to get Juliet to do? Hey, this is flirting in 1594. Number 3, Romeo and Juliet meet at a party and fall in love at first sight. Do you believe love at first sight is possible? Why or why not? And last but not least, Romeo and Juliet are both teenagers. Is this too young of an age to make serious life-altering decisions? Why or why not? These two are opinion questions. So you can absolutely use I and talk about, maybe things that you've seen in the real world from your own experience to back up your opinion. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Act 1 of Romeo and Juliet so far. And you guys can get started. If you have any questions, let me know.